Richard Shippy was granted 400,000 shares of Bionano Genomics, but nobody is asking the question of why. Why was Richard granted 400,000 shares of Bionano Genomics? Why? Richard Shippy was granted 400,000 common stock of Bionano Genomics last month. Why? Mark Odakovsky is the Chief Operating Officer of Bionano Genomics. He was granted 275,000 common stock of the company. Christopher Stewart is the Chief Financial Officer of Bionano Genomics. He was granted 275,000 common stock of the company. Dr. Alka Shaube is the Chief Medical Officer of Bionano Genomics. She was granted 275,000 common stock of the company. Apart from Jason Pryor, the Chief Commercial Officer of Bionano Genomics, that was granted also 400,000 common stock of the company, the only person with the highest share of the company is the CEO, Dr. Eric Homlin, presently holding about 775,000 common stock of Bionano Genomics. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I believe Bionano Genomics has acquired a company, Cradle Genomics, strategically. So apart from the Chief Business Officer, Jason Pryor is the one person that is presently sitting on about 400,000 shares of the company, okay? And the reason is because I believe Jason is going to help us to grow our revenue, just like he helped GeneDx to grow their revenue from $8 million US to $225 million US in a very short period of time. So this guy is very, very valuable to Bionano Genomics right now. Now, this is where I'm going to blow your mind, guys. Richard Shippy is presently the Chief Business Officer of Bionano Genomics, but previously, this man used to work for Cradle Genomics. He is the co-founder of Cradle Genomics. I'm going to be telling you guys in this video what exactly is Cradle Genomics and why I believe Bionano Genomics has strategically acquired Cradle Genomics without paying a lot of money. The only thing that they have to do is, to employ the co-founder, whom of course is now our Chief Business Officer, Richard Shippy, and of course grant him about 400,000 common stock of the company. Now, Richard Shippy has experience from Illumina and Affirmatrix, where he has helped them to grow their business, huge, okay? So now let's take a look at Cradle Genomics and what exactly we are going to benefit from the employment of Richard Shippy. Let's get to it. All right, geniuses, this is Cradle Genomics website, okay? This company is more or less only about prenatal testing, okay? Prenatal testing. We are talking about non-invasive prenatal testing. They want to transform prenatal testing. What they are developing is some kind of technology, a new generation of clinical tests that will transform both prenatal care and women's reproductive health. Now, let's take a look at how this is related to Bionano Genomics. If Richard Shippy is the co-founder of this company, I mean, you guys know that PACB just acquired Omniome few days ago, and Omniome is more or less, they have no product, okay? PACB just acquired them based on their technology because they believe Omniome has some kind of technology that is going to help PACB to grow their business, their target in that sector of short-read sequencing, that segment. So now, if Cradle Genomics is all about prenatal testing, and they have kind of developed some kind of new, generation way of clinical tests and how to transform both prenatal care and women's reproductive health, Bionano Genomics can take a huge advantage of the technology of Cradle Genomics, okay? Now, let's take a look at the technology page and see what exactly they are all about. Cradle will revolutionize prenatal care and testing by unlocking the cell to provide a complete picture of the fetal genome. So this is more or less also about genome, okay? Care advantage, sample collection and preservation. This is going to be very, very valuable for Lineaging, okay? Lineaging is is the company that we acquired last year. Now, this is what they do. Our lab process: cell isolation, fetal DNA purification, comprehensive genome analysis, interpretation, and clinical reporting. So this is the method that Cradle Genomics has developed. Okay, this is more or less what we just acquired without paying any money. If Richard Shippy is the co-founder of this company, guys, think about it. If this, it's just like you are, employing Elon Musk. We all know that Elon Musk is more or less from different background, okay? We're talking about SpaceX, we're talking about Tesla, we're talking about the Boring Company, we're talking about Neuralink. It goes on. So if any company, for example, Google, employ Elon Musk, for example, you are more or less employing all the talents that has to do with these 4 or 5 companies that I just mentioned. So in my opinion, you guys can just let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Richard Shippy, of course, the stock price is going to give you guys some kind of, you're going to be doubting yourself, some kind of doubting your vibes. But in my opinion, in the long run, we are going to be benefiting greatly from the employment of Richard Shippy. This video is something that I have wanted to make, for quite a long time right now. Oh my god, I didn't reduce this. So this video is something that I have been planning to make for quite a long time. So as you guys can see, we have the R lab process, cell isolation, fetal DNA purification, comprehensive genome analysis, interpretation and clinical reporting, and so on and so forth. So now let's take a look at all right guys, so if you go to the page of Bionano Genomics, I'm going to reduce this a little bit so that you guys can see it clearly. So if you go to the page of my Bngo Bible, okay, if you go to the current bullish catalyst, you guys can see that prenatal testing is something. Look at that. Our study will span our 4 major growth markets, which include prenatal and postnatal genetic analysis. And this is why I believe Bionano Genomics has employed Richard Shippy to help them accelerate this process, this progress, okay? Now, if you go down a little bit, you can also see right here Q3 for our prenatal studies. So they said for the prenatal and MS studies, site recruitment and IRB approvals have begun, and we expect site to be generating data in Q3 for our prenatal studies and Q4 for our MS studies. So prenatal studies, this third quarter is all about prenatal studies, okay? If you go down a little bit, you can see that the key anticipated milestones expected to drive value for Bngo in the third quarter. In the first quarter, you guys can easily see right here is the accreditation of the Sapphire-based LDTs for all and FSHD in certain EU markets, which of course we have been seeing Bionano Genomics coming out with all sort of press releases, backing up their claim of the second quarter. Now, the third quarter is about commercial release of prenatal assays for Sapphire and expansion of Sapphire's menu of pediatric assays. So this third quarter is more or less about Richard Shippy, his knowledge, from Cradle Genomics, and of course, he's going to be working hand in hand with Dr. Alka-Shaube. She is the leader of Lineaging, and we are, I am expecting to see a lot of great news coming out from this in the third quarter of this year, okay? And for the fourth quarter, there is nothing like prenatal testing, as you guys can see right here. So this third quarter is more or less about Richard Shippy, guys. More or less about Richard Shippy. If you go down a little bit, you can also see that 4 large clinical studies getting underway to support penetration of our target markets and economic benefit of using OGM, constitutional prenatal, right here. The third quarter, okay, illustrates how OGM can help with NIPT, non-invasive prenatal test plus and no calls. Goal to replace CMA and detect balanced structural variation. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed this content and you think I am right, acquisition comes in different form, okay? If you employ the CEO of a company or you employ the co-founder of a company, you are more or less acquiring the knowledge from that company, okay? That's my own opinion about acquisition. So that's why people, of course, companies always look for the best, employee for any position that they have open. They always look for the perfect person to fill in that gap. So Richard Shippy, in my opinion, is a great acquisition for us. And I'm calling up because have a wonderful day, guys. I remain your boy Dio. This is Funkla Investment. Ciao, ciao.